Hello, good people. It's another day right here on Podcast Malawi, and this is a major meeting. And as usual, you're with me, Ngugi International. And of course, I have two lovely co-hosts right here with me. Let them introduce themselves.
Ladies first.
Okay. Over there.
All right. Hi.
Hello.
My name is Miss Mbumba.
Miss, okay?
Yeah.
Miss. All right, guys.
I'll let you know.
There's no ring on the finger.
There's no ring on the
Put the ring on the finger.
My guy ngani ndivene so
Awuna kulabanga bani.
mono ndumvanga bwanji ngoba mu boardroom muno muli mamis. Are you also miss?
She's international.
Umisi wako ndonena kuti mudakalandira be anthu kapena because pali umisi wosiyana siyana
That's
umisi onena kuti mina Ngugi can come and say okay, I'm Miss Ngugi Chimwemwe Blair. Komano, we know good there are people, there's someone, okay? So that means applications are no longer invited.
Not taken.
I'm still in the streets, you know?
No, umisumene nobody uzakalabo even after I'm taken.
What do you mean?
Do you get my point?
No, I'm not
I
getting
just
it.
like the way Miss and my name just go together.
Okay.
But
Okay. Tell us about what is happening right now.
no, but in actuality, it's because I'm not taken.
You're
off
not
the market.
You're not taking off.
Yeah.
You're not dating.
Yeah, so Miss Mbumba. But I still like the way.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Mbumba here, Miss Mbumba, is not taken, right? So shout out to Podcast Malawi for bringing to you.
Putting me on the limelight.
All right, Cardinal Henry is here again.
Yeah.
No,
Because this would have gone smoothly without you saying Miss. What does this
Not
mean?
nice. He's not a nice person.
But anyway, go on. Let's move on.
No, Cardinal Henry is here, guys. We miss you.
Oh yeah. It's been a while.
I don't remember the last time we were here. It was a sad moment. The last time we were here,
Yes.
like I was even failing to, because I think it was after the death of the vice president.
Yeah.
So we had an emergency meeting, and then I feel like it was so emotional, and it was a hard one. I wasn't happy to be here, like talking about that. It was an emotional episode, one of those. So after that, I miss to be here, like, my emergency meeting because I was like, I had like a lot of stuff, and then I'm like, okay, guys, we gotta talk about this and finish. But I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah. I mean, this one is just a catch-up session to just talk about what's been happening, everything that's been happening since we haven't been coming here for emergency meeting.
Yeah.
But right now we just want to talk about things that have been happening, the time we haven't been here, and stuff like that. But as you know, emergency meeting is all about talking different things that are happening all around the world, and most especially here in Malawi. And today we have a few interesting topics that me and my co-host we're going to be discussing. In terms of like giving our own inputs on opinions rather on all those kind of topics. But on the first one, we have the Tonse Alliance UTM.
The Brexit.
Yes, they have broken up. Apparently, there's no more Tonse Alliance. UTM have broken up this relationship with MCB.
Yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, what does this mean?
Yeah.
You know, what does this mean for UTM and MCP and the Tonse Alliance and also just the political around it? So maybe let me start with you, Henry. What is your opinion about this?
I wanted Mbumba to start, but
Are you still doing this whole ladies first?
yeah, because
I'm not going to let you slide. You're starting, my friend.
I wanted you to start, but anyway, I feel like it's something that we were expecting. Especially Ainaga UTM. Those guys have never been happy in the relationship.
Are you sure?
You get into a relationship and you really like someone, but that person doesn't really like you. UTM and
that was the relationship, right?
But I'm sure in that moment when they're joining this alliance, they knew it was the best for them as well. In that moment,
it was the best deal in the first place for the nation. because I mean that time I think it was just a matter of we want to take out DPP out of government. Okay, so what can we do? I think that
join hands.
Yes, that time atoba ndizimene DPP madani imachita. So people are like, no, we need like a united front. We need to come together and take out this beast from destroying whatever they are doing. Okay, so it was a solution. That is why. Okay, so Timanena MCP UTM was the major partners, right?
Yes.
But it was an alliance. It's I think you can deny any. Zina zozonena kuti amangozi wa president chipani chamangozi wa president mwina ndi anthu akwawa like but we've got two major partners and mwina ma partners ena kwa at least oziwika talk of ajina PP, okay, ajina Freedom Party ya Kombo Gachali. Afford was also in it, right? Yeah. So you can see unena kuti it was kind of a movement that we want to get rid of DPP and it worked. We got DPP out of government. They got DPP out of government. Okay? And I feel like my guys are UTM from the word go. I think they never got what they wanted.
In terms of what?
I don't know. But
I get you.
You get me, right?
Yeah,
I think from the word go, in as far as I see things, I think they've never been happy. You know that kind of relationship where, but from the word go, you had expectation. The time you were fleeting, you were like,
maybe this is gonna work.
Maybe this is gonna work. Maybe he is the one. And then how many mango sign and okay, now we are dating. No, now it's officially out there. You are dating, and then you start seeing so for me, if you ask me, if I can contribute on the relationship of UTM, MCP, and other partners, I will tell you, UTM seems to not have been happy in the relationship from the word go. I don't know what's your take, but
I think from the way I've understood the whole thing from the get-go, in the beginning, yes, it sounded good. It was perfect on paper. Union ikufunika kuchitika kuti tiwachotemo a DPP mboma, and it's the way you're explaining kuti anabwera ndi ma promises osiyana. We're going to do this together. You're going to be our vice. We're going to be the leader. But next time, you're going to come in the forefront, and then we're going, banali ma agreement. Yeah.
Right?
Now, the issue is, I think, in as much as we really wanted Kuwajosa at DPP, just because we had the zeal to push them out of government, it doesn't mean, Panoba, when I think about it, it wasn't the right time for us to do that.
Okay.
The way I've understood it, I've understood and I dissected everything.
Yeah.
I realized, I think entire Meneti Mabanga's alliance wasn't the right time to do it.
Okay.
We should have waited for the next term to come in.
So in this case, you mean UTM should have been on their own without joining MCP?
I think so.
Okay.
I think because Tinaka Banga's Jazoti Tinaka voter sweat. That was good.
Yeah.
We had to do that.
Yeah.
Because clearly those votes were not going to pass through.
Yeah.
I think I would have enjoyed to see what the outcome would have been like after, us voting.
Yeah,
because who knows? Maybe UTM would have built more momentum over the years.
Yeah,
it's very possible.
I agree with you. Ineo, I always say kunena kuti UTM, they had potential, okay, of like growing and becoming one of those giant political parties.
Yeah.
All they needed was time. Okay. Yes, we wanted change. We wanted to take out DPP from the government. And if you can remember the difference between MCP and the DPP, it wasn't that huge. DPP got 1.9 votes. Okay. MCP got 1.7 votes. Okay. It was like less than 200 votes, 200,000 votes. Okay. UTM was third, 1,080,000 votes. Yeah. Okay. So UTM, just 2 years, I think, into politics and all that, they amassed all those kind of votes. Okay. Yeah. It was something encouraging. Okay. Now, the move to kukatsipatikiza kwa anthu ena wake. Okay. It meant, okay, sinanka tufuna tawachoke. And that is napangisonena kuti angobwera in the system like a +1. Wina wake kuti alibe much influence on their own, but they can only work as an addition to someone, which they are still now, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has, I'm not going to lie, without even cutting off or cutting short my words.
Yeah.
The Tonse Alliance has dissolved identity. I'm a party zena. My political parties in.
Yeah.
It's only now that even Afford is like, oh guys, yeah, let's do something, you know, and try and it has dissolved their identity, and it's going to take a lot of time for UTM to start, you know, building that momentum again. And like you said, they needed time. It was like the new kid on the block.
Yeah.
When somebody comes in with a manifesto or UTM was not given that chance.
Yeah.
Because in 2 years they amassed
1 million votes.
1 million votes. That's a lot. For a new party.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Now, had it been Gudi as a party, they were focusing on growing. And then 4 years later, 5 years later, it's UTM.
Exactly.
Trust me.
For me, I think it was still a good decision for them to do the alliance.
Okay.
I think they were still new. You guys, the momentum was morely in the urban sector.
Yeah.
It wasn't really like in the villages like that they know UTM.
Okay.
I think he was present as a vice president in the DPP, but apart from that, as UTM, the party was more vibrant, I think, in town than in the villages. And we all know town people, we don't really vote like that. I think Antwambili, I mean, my voting image Antwambili, to be honest. I mean, my understanding, I don't know really how it works. But then, so they having the Tonse Alliance in time Jakuta join it with MC. I think it was good because they always say 2 is better than 1.
Yeah.
So I think Pao Kabe, Mwina Adaga wina, yes. Because it has still been a struggle between UTM and MCP. Them joining, they took it all by force and they had it all in one go. So I think it was still good that they did the alliance. But, and I mean, for me, it's a thing of Goody, our late vice president, may he so rest in peace. He was humble enough to say, I can take the role of a vice president again. And MCP Goody Adenge leading position. I think that was very, very harmful of him because he still wanted Goody, he should be a leader. But that shows how much he really just wanted change. Goody, he was still willing, despite Goody, he wanted to be president as well, despite that he took to say, I would be vice president again, but let's be the change that we want to see.
But we're talking about numbers. We're talking about MCP coming into the alliance with 1.7 million votes and someone coming with 1 million votes. So technically, looking at how things are, I still have to be like, okay, of course, I'm coming with influence. I'm coming with numbers bad. You have more numbers, okay? Technically, you have to go first, okay? But I would say, I feel like this thing of alliance, it's not kind of good for democracy and the growth of parties. That's why I love Malema. Okay, mfana wa EFF wa South Africa.
Yeah,
because
I'm also a big fan of that guy.
Okay, because if he was talking just after my elections, I'm happy. Okay, he's always been kind of third, fourth.
Also, he's always in the opposition.
He's always in the opposition.
Not backing down.
So the other thing, you know, when you're in the opposition, you can even contribute more than when you're within the system. Okay? Look, we'll give example. We had Antwamenyi Fula Antongada Timothy. Okay? And I mean, like those guys, you see? Like, and these are our freedom fighters. And when he joined into like full throat politics, and then he was a minister. We can't deny the fact that we still had problems and we still had question marks in the government, even when he was in the cabinet. Okay?
Why is
but
it that
it was so difficult for him to point out and to say, I am in the system. Okay? For someone who is still out of the system, it's easy for him to stand up and say, this is not what you said. Okay, so for Malema, for me, I'm happy. You know what? The reason why I'm happy, we want to destroy ANC, and we are doing it bits by bits. To an extent, chipani jodi kuyambira ka 2009 chimakandi 66 ujeni percenti, kena kujinabula pa 61, kena kujinabula pa 50. For the first time, they failed to make it to 50 plus 1. Okay, and you can see he's still eating them up slow by slow, pangono. Okay, which for me, I would tell you, Kudi, I applaud that kind of a person, because I just don't want to be a president or to be a leader, but I want to be on a position whereby I can be giving some, checks and balances to those people that are out there.
Yeah.
And that's what I can say. So for me, an alliance, it was good. We wanted to take out DPP, just as Mbumba has said, it wasn't a good move for UTM. I'll tell you, it wasn't a good move for democracy, because now what? UTM has been in the government, and then they are coming here today and telling us, Mavudo say Ajama Agankira Gudi. Yeah, no, it has been MCP, it has been MCP. It has been MCP, it has been, but when we end up no. The government has been an alliance since day one. Okay? Even in we know Gudi Mulijani, we know Gudi Muliandwena, but the government, we know Gudi, it's a government alliance. So for me, it's a death of, like, it kills democracy and the power that other political parties has.
Bumba,
yes.
What do you think this mean with this upcoming elections, 2025?
Next year's elections are going to be the most hectic we've had, I think, in a span of like 10 years. Because not only are people breaking away from an alliance that they jumped into 100%, but now it's going to be everybody vote for me.
Yeah.
Everybody vote for me. And that's not going to work.
But then now we're also not so sure. Good, I demo I think I am a power car. You watch me now down to I am a power car. They'll have their vice president, they'll have their president, and stand on their own as another. But that's good in terms of no MCB. Sidenga mavodo won't say so.
It's very possible. What you're saying is possible, but in end wana ngati nchiro ndi ambiri nthawi ndiyo chepa.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
So
nthawi ndiyo chepa, because look, tamaliza kale chaka cha 2024 tiziyangana, literally all eyes are on the campaign. Campaign season ndi kumapeto kwa chaka kuno. So they should find a president. A president that people will resonate with. A vice president that people resonate with.
And I am no convincing people
to vote for them. And then if it happens, so let's say they are going to be the next party, hypothetically speaking, that wins, then they must start working. And I think at the end of the day, it's like, that's why I'm saying sometimes idea but the time is never right. Right? So the whole idea of, oh no, let's just become an alliance. It was so easy to jump into that alliance because it sounded so good. But I'm telling you, if UTM was on its own these past years, I'm telling you, it would have been a big.
No, right now there would have been.
There would have been a huge.
They would have been huge right now.
You know? If DPP kaina episode ya winabe, and then we have parliament go opposition near the MCP ilipayoka, UTM ilipayoka. Okay, so UTM is still fighting kumaima parliament mujandu kumaya nkula zake ndumane nabe ife munakadivotera ife you could have brought this. I mean, I believe confidence yantu bwezi kumatani bwezi kumakulabe, but what you should know is as it stands, zipani zilini number. I'm telling you, people, and zipani zawa alikale.
Even me too, I have. I'm just joking.
Like every party has got its own numbers. Okay, so as it stands today, we are talking about 1 million plus yajani. Yeah, UTM. We're talking about 1.9. Yeah, we're talking about, of which could DPP course we've been talking about. Could kunali pajama camp. And the kunali breakout is and that's a subtraction. Okay, many UTM imapita ku MCP ku alliance inapita ndi anthu yabwera now.
Actually, wachita bwino wakamba zaka mpita panga breakout ku TPP. That was the time that I felt like imenende inali lupo yabwino kwambiri.
Exactly.
For zibani zinas.
Yeah.
That was the right time to strike.
Exactly.
I don't know what my advisors like literally when something like that happens, that's when you strike.
It's an opportunity.
And had it been good UTM was on its own, it would have even grown more. But let's be honest. Zagazo says it almost seemed as if UTM was also like dormant.
It was dead. It was dead.
You see?
You know, I don't understand. Couldn't tell his own say and told they're fighting for a certain position of change. The moment they get the position, they just don't do it.
It clouds your judgment.
Don't say anything.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, everyone looks out for himself first.
Yeah.
One investor said, it's just when we can be a camp like this, we can be a team like this and be like, okay, guys, if you to send the president reach out to me. I want you to be the Minister of Finance. You get it right? I'm like, oh, guys. Just slew the minister. Okay? So we have people from UTM that are ministers. I'm telling you, I say, that's umpandomeno just wajibwana. When you vet, mpando minister just wajibwana. Okay? So you can tell that kind of a person the person will tell you, it's me first, it's me, my family first. And all these privileges. And then they can sacrifice that and stand out and okay, I'll even the late vice president, he never resigned from being the vice president. Why? It was an opportunity. And he knew, if I make this mistake, there is some access because I have this position. So you don't just do that for a party. Exactly.
You need to know
don't just deputy minister we know again do DPP. I think the vice president, vice deputy minister wa land, in local government. Yes. Yeah, this guy he's been 3 years. He's a DPP. I think recently analimba sokala atakuda kwena anchose pajani anchose ku dindo wake wadzikhala kwina. That kind of thing. He never resigned. No, I'm declining this position as deputy minister because I belong to this party. It's difficult to do that. So if you talk about people like being in the ministerial position and then sacrificing all that for the party, I doubt if that was going to happen. So we expect to break out
Yeah, there's still gonna be different opinions from people. Maybe they did a good thing and as that's a bad move and everything like that. But at the end of the day, we're just wishing them the best and hoping that Union Mzimena Sankazo should really be the best decision that they will make. And hoping next year they do so well, because otherwise, there we can talk about this winner Saturday and we're gonna go on and go on. And
but historically, we can also reflect, no?
Yeah, we can.
No. There was once an alliance. I heard you speak about it. I think I was young when that happened. I wasn't really, aware. But how did that go?
I think the Ajina Tembo, because that time they wanted to take out UDF. Okay, yeah, it also fell out. Because because after that, Ajina Tembo anakangatino ubanga alaini kuti mbali naye. So all those kind of things. Malayas comes and they go and everyone so it comes, it goes. Everybody goes back to their business.
Interesting.
Anyway, tuona kuti zathela banje, right? Tonse tingokhava kuona kuti ziyathela banje. But anyway, I also saw a very interesting news story recently about two ministers from MCP. Mista, I want to get the names right.
Honorable
Mr. Ken
Zikalingoma.
Mr. Ken Zikalingoma and Simplex. So these two were seen splashing money in Zuzu. And then I'm sure it has caused a lot of debates and conversations among people to say, for when it comes to campaigns, they don't hold back, but give so much money. This is some of the things that people are saying. But then when it comes to issues that there's no money. And also, it's just a thing of when you're splashing money like this. How is this fair in terms of like people to vote freely when you're like convincing them, I'll give you this. There's some kind of whether it's bribery in a way per se, but I don't know. This is just some things that people are saying. Let me start with you, Mbumba. What is your take on this story?
Bribery has been a Malawian thing in the political scenery for the longest time.
Yeah.
In the name of campaign. It will cloud your judgment, whether you like it or not. Muntu abwele pano 500,000 kwa account wanga unai 5p. Sibas. It's obvious.
I'll vote for you, bana.
Yeah, so bribery has been in the playbook for a long time, and politically we have accepted it in Malawi. It's not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be like that. And I think I think I have more questions than I have answers to your question.
Yeah?
You get?
What are your questions?
Come on. Where are they getting this money? I think that's the biggest question.
No, that's a good question as well, because looking at their salary,
yeah.
Of course, I know I'm talking about business to give out that much money.
72 million. And for you to think, okay, no, I'm going to do this because I want to.
And Yongo Pele.
Yeah.
Yongo Pele.
My 500,000.
My 500, my 300. It's summing up to 72 million.
Yeah. You see, so my biggest question is, where are you able to find that kind of money?
Oh my, it's a thing of this amount of money to just splash it like that. And this is not going to be the first time.
Ngugi, 4 million, 76.
76 million altogether. Yeah. This is the amount of money that's being splashed there.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a thing of ndengati kungoyamba ndi mkokomo ngati umene kumene kukupita kuti zikufika pa inde za makampanizi apanga scrunch how much money. But anyway, maybe before we dive deeper into that, Henry, what's your take on this?
In my hand, that's a Public Officers Declaration of Assets, Liabilities and Business Interest Act.
Let's go.
This was assented on 2 December 2013. And 2013, and it commenced on 1st July 2014. Okay, the objective of this, it says, an act to make provision for the declaration of assets, liabilities, and business interest by certain public officers, and for connected matters. And it also says about even elected. The objective of the act is to promote public confidence in the public service, including in the offices of public and elected officials. Okay? So, ntchito ya act ndionena kuti ambumba takusankhani. Okay? We want you to serve in the office of the president ngati minister wa chakuti. Okay? Ndiye kuti mmalamulo ake mwa act iyi mukuyenera mutilembere zimene niyo muli nazo. Tisanayambe chili chonse. Ndiye kuti tikuwuza kuti kambumba sale yanu pa mwezi ndi 2 million kwacha ngati minister. Mukayenda mumudzilandira allowance mwina ya 200,000. Okay? Fuel wanu pa mwezi kandi 1 million kwacha. Alright? Muzilandira house allowance ya 400,000 kaya 1 million. Alright? Those kind of allowances ndiyeno iniyo mutiuze zimene muli nazo coming into the position. Okay? Ndiye kuti mutiuza ineyo ndisanabwere kuno nditandika business ndimagulisa tomato pena pake ndipo profit yanga ndiye ndipo mene ndabwera kuno business suti ima chifukwa pali anthu amene adziyendesa chani business. But the returns pamapeto pamwezi and all that zimakhala chonje, and these are the accounts. Okay? Ndiye kuti ukupereka ndandanda wa zinthu zimene muli ndi magalimoto ine business ina ndithandiza kugula magalimoto awa kapena magalimoto andinagula nthawi imene ndimagwira ntchito pena pake. So I've got this fleet, ndili ndi galimoto iyi ndi galimoto iyi amayendera ndakazanga kayanagula. So it means I'm bringing to an open ground whatever that I have before ndalowa mu public office. Zimene I doubt ngati act ikugwira ntchito ku Malawi kwathu.
Actually, some weeks if not months ago,
there
was a whole article. They've been asking that ipangani declare my assets
no.
Where are your assets declaration forms or whatever it is? Let us know what you have.
Yes.
I kid you not. Nobody
you see
showed up with an asset declaration. Nobody. And I don't know ngati sachitika panopa.
Sisichitika.
Sizikuchitika.
Muli ndi ma account ati.
Nobody wants to.
Because even when I'm opening an account to bank, right? If you're opening an account to National Bank or any other bank, I'm also the nature of business. Business. And the business yanu muma gwira ndalama zochuluka banje paka pamwezi at the end of the certain period. You declare all that. And the cholinga judgment and judgment kuti kukachitika chinthu china chake, kukagwira ndalama ina yake, bank calls you.
Yeah.
Okay? We don't understand this kind of transaction. What happened? Because you never declared to be receiving this kind of money. Exactly.
But I think in general, I kind of feel like, I don't know if it's a Malawian thing or I feel like Antambili, they don't like saying their income to people. Zimavuta salary omwe yo eheni sala yako ndizingati. Sunganduza.
Okay.
No. I'm just saying sunganene, right? But these people, I mean my ministers or whatever, them failing to discredit the others, in my own opinion, I just feel like it's for them they shouldn't be accounted for in case they have excess money that does not like
but why?
But I'm saying the reason why they're running away could I get declare my assets because they want to run away from things like this.
I get it.
Ndama akapezoti mwina azipeza munjira ina now was sisi kupanga be much, let us count this money kuti ya profit iyi yashuka pakuti ndeni nkona amathawa kuti ine I don't want to declare my assets.
Mpamene siti kugwirizana why akutawa because it has to be mandatory kuti when you're coming in to serve in a public office you have to declare zimene muli nazo ndicho linga chonena kuti tikukhulupirireni ndi ntchito imene ndi ndalama zathu.
You get it, right? It's good. Declare your assets. Business you have to
declare.
Well, you said just give us good and I say over the 5 years I have this so much money. It's okay. It's fine. The investor so
these were the paperwork and all that. That thing, it doesn't happen in Malawi.
Silently bas.
A president atumena mabwera anapanga declare. Ndiri nyumba kwakuti ndiri nyumba. I don't know if anthu amene anapanga declare titapita kuti tiafuse kuti panopa zili pati. I don't know if whatever that they have can match it's something that you have to update.
Yeah, I think so akamashuka witness maudindo tizimona kuti just in time.
Ndizodu mainena upanga update. Manifesa. So ngani yonsei yatibweresa ku asset declaration because timafuna tipange comment unena kuti
76 million.
This is just one day nsonghano, one sitting meeting, okay? Anthu apita kunzuzu. It means kuti anthu awafunika sabwere kulilongwe kuno, adzapange azakope ma delegates ku Central Region kuno. These same people are gonna go ku Blantyre, kuti akakope ku South. They're gonna go ku Eastern Region, okay? So how much money are they gonna flush out? And this campaign ndiya kuchipani. Because these people are fighting for my seats kujipani. Okay? So we see to kamba za campaign no ya ku constituency kaya ya chan ai apo tungo kamba campaign yoti afuna avoteledwe kujipani kukhala pa udindo. Now they are flashing this a lot of money. It has to be something that has to concern us ngati nzika za Malawi zino kuti kuda akulu nkhani yathu ndalama zathu timazendesa bwanji chabwino ndi ndalama zanu komano mungakhale open kuti uza kuti ndalama zanu zikwenda motere mukuzipeza munjira zonena kuti ndizovomerezeka ndizonena kuti olo ka ACB atabwera mwina ineyo chimene ndingafuse ACB because that's like a kind of red flag.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, ineyo chimene ndingafuse anthu ngati ACB because nthawi ina ACB they use those kind of red flags kuti akangona munthu oti mina akuendera chigamulo china chake they go and ask you can start a case from that. You go and ask, okay, we just want to understand your finances. My finances are not going to bunch. Okay, it's their responsibility as anti-corruption bureau because it's worrisome because these are the people that are in public offices. Also, and Nduna Zaboma. Okay, so they are accountable. They can't just be living their life. They are handling our monies. So they have to be held accountable on how they spend their money and they have to be out there and tell us, okay, this money inabwera chifukwa chachi. I say, muli anthu mboma oti amakhala ndi ndalama yoti ndikumaganiza soti ntchito yake iti. anyamata ambiri ma assistant amene amakhala ma personal assistant kwa nduna pa ikamathatire mwimene yoyo amakhala kuti nawonso akayimirira UMP kudera kwawo wina aliyense amene anyamata ambiri almost 3/4 ya anthu amene amakhala personal assistant to a minister ikamatha period imene yoyo amakhala ali ndi ndalama zoti akapanga kampeni akayimirira chani UMP kudera kwawo. I don't know what's their grade. I don't know how much they get, but I feel like that's like something questionable.
Very questionable.
Yeah. I feel like if she Drama he wanted to say the wood is my bunch. They need to declare the assets. We need to know where these finances are coming from. And Sabama bananta kuvudi kanda zuone na kangubanga splash money like that.
We need to put these documents in work, in practice. Ma acting at our declaration of assets. When you're getting into an office, yaboma, declare your assets and be able to be updating it every 6 months. Move it to office manager and update. Even our office, you had Zinyamuka and okay, update us.
But then also, money aside, and to us as a crowd of Giranchiros, I was mena win. I mean, umpando for, you know, because you're splashing money, you're making money from all these positions, but are you really doing the work that you're supposed to do?
In a way, I believe my 76 million the investment.
Okay.
Of course.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Eating that investment, you're investing in a business.
Yeah.
The moment you are within, you will get that 76 million back.
back.
I don't know how, but it's going to happen.
I
have to be on the position of influence.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
They'll have all the power. They'll make a few moves.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D.
Because
but anyway,
last time we even talked about party financing. Just when open because we don't know good and drama mastenga good. We talked with Tina and Krana Panopande wonderful coach. Okay, Tina Mfusa because we're talking about state capture. Party financing. We don't know where our parties get the money that they do campaign.
I love, and I don't know if this is the right context, but I love the way the United States does their things when it comes to elections. Okay? Party, the Democrats, amata ukuzani. Funding yatu tukuitenga kwakuti. Antu akusonkhela na ndrama kuchipani.
Yeah.
Exactly. But we have this amount of money. We're going to do our campaign like this, like that. People are held accountable very easily. Because once somebody starts to say, I want to investigate this matter, chivani chambumba chidala ndila ndalama zankani nkani ndalama zimene zinachokera kuti ndikangoti wina waka kundifufuza ineyo my friend, you better close your mouth.
Adani, no. You don't want me to progress.
Zama sagwire ndalama zambiri ndiye kuti basi, you know. So kumalawi kuno mavuto nambiri koma kwambiri nkhani ndi ndalama yayi kuti 72 inabwera bwanji, you know. We can't just talk about it here. Somebody should be bothered out there to say, no, come on. 76 million Nyambi. Yeah. Where are you guys getting this money from?
That's just in Zuzu. Mobile ku Central.
Mobile ku Central. Kuna ku Central uzaka 100 million.
You're gonna fry. And kuna down.
You see? Hey. They go blunt eye.
This is worrisome. And please, ACB, help us. These are like my red flags.
Yeah.
Where you can start a case from.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I hope anti-corruption bureau atagugirabo nchiro yao kudi aonesese kuti mafusa amene akufusa anthu ena afe kuti ndalama zimene zikuyenda bwanji atiuze mayankho athu zinthu zisanafike povuta. But we will find out. But anyway, moving on, in the month of June we were zinthu zovuta zinatipanikiza kwambiri. There were been a lot of dearth and a lot of things were happening, and most especially the death of our late vice president and the 8 others that died on the plane crash. So we're getting reports. So since that, we had reports. Kudi German Federal Bureau, they were in the country to do investigations about what happened. Sinangantube tidakafuna kudziwa kuti kodi chinachitika ndi chani kuti ngozi imene ichitike, what really happened, and people were still waiting for those answers. So the German Federal Bureau Aircraft Accident Investigation will publish an interim report by the end of August, letting us know what findings they've been able to get through the investigation time inakhala ku Malawi kuno kuona unafufuza kodi zimene zinachitika ndi chani. So as we're still waiting, I don't know if you guys would like to give any input towards that. Henry?
Okay. Tinanena pano nena kuti everybody has been calling out for an investigation. Okay. Our investigation ifunika, it's really important because we said kuti people want answers. Anthu afuna mayankho. Mwina, it's just unfortunate kunena kuti mwina mayankho amene mwina anthu akwayembekezera mwina sabwera. I don't know if that's still gonna be answers, but still I think people just want to know what happened or that. So there was a cry out. Could you know we want independent investigators and all that. Boma lisakale lokhuzidwa. You know, those kind of things because chifaja zokhulupirira zina ndizina mumene nkhani yosayina tani inachitikira. So we know kuti boma ili la Germany linadzipereka. A president ananena kuti no tikupempha anzathu amene ali ndi kuthekera kuti atithandiza and all that. So boma linatani. Boma linapanga reach out. So anthu awawa company ya ku Germany imene ndi like I think ndi boma partly anabwera kudzapanga investigation. We know kuti okay, you have something to say?
Yes, company ya ku Germany inabwera 40, they are the manufacturers of the aircraft.
Okay.
So muma civil aviation laws pakachitika ngozi.
Yeah.
The company imene inapanga ndege imene mayenera kubwera kudzapanga investigate and other investigators because they know the technicalities of the craft. So I just wanted to get on that.
Yeah, because I read a part of that update. Yonena kuti investigations by BFU are to be carried out separately and independently of judicial and administrative proceedings. The sole purpose of that an investigation by BFU is accident prevention. So you can say kunena kuti what they want to achieve is good. Okay, what can we do more to improve like on the crafts that we have? Kuti mwina zoteli sazachitiki. Of which I feel like mwina sisi mena amana ambiri tukwembekezera because like amana ambiri tukwembekezera okay because black box what so hey what happened that day wakuti bwa chachan amina maina kulankhula ndi wakuti bwanji sisi natana and all that, you know, maybe that's that kind of investigation part ndi imene tukwembekezera kuti mwina tikhala naye. We don't know if it has been initiated and there were calls kuti I think we need like commission of inquiry. I don't know, if the president has to put it out there, kuti mwina nayo ipeze anthu akadaulo oti afufuze nkhani ngati zimenezi. So it's for me it's something that needs to be investigated komano mango zosiyana.
Yeah, the investigations I mean Abanga company they incorporate all what you are saying.
Okay.
The cause is a black box and everything, the events my incidents so I mean anajitika. Yeah. So akakora banga conclude ndapamene amanena zorian maybe kandege sina yotani next time do this ka airport ina 40 yakuti next time do this. Yeah, so the best to payani prevention imene manena is.
Yeah.
Akabanga ujen my conclusion pamene amaveka normal recommendations kwa civil aviation in the airport all over the world.
So hypothetically speaking, they've done everything and they've realized kuti mwina 40 kwambiri so chimene chinakanikitsa kuti zinthu zina ndi zina zisadziwike ndikusowa kwa black. It's a hypothetical question, guys. Ndikusowa kwa black box.
Inasowa?
Ndikufusa. It's just
okay.
Because you know people were saying hypothetically speaking, I know mwina abanga zawo zo ayi ndege naenda maulu komaso taonaso kuti black box mnalibe. The next time when necessary kuti black box izakalemo.
Bomba. No, amena make a black box ndokoza ndege.
Inde then unena kuti hypothetical because you know how people are like oh no black box in so you know all those things. My issue is Eddie, what then could happen? Because if at all a black box was not there, which is not possible. Black box in Africa is
yeah, but in many accidents, I'm a banga complaint. It's hard to find the black box.
Okay, but you know, do you get where my question is coming from?
Yeah.
My question is coming from Pegesel as
well.
Right?
Yeah.
People were talking a lot of things. I know, black box, right? I'm throwing this question out to the.
Okay, I get you.
No, but for me, my only concern is time in Malawi investigation. If anything was tampered before they started, that's my only concern because I feel like before asana pese the plane, I'm sure abe antwena ge anafika kumaloko or whatever that happened, or even before I don't know the security yaba malobe nali yodani in terms of nobody should really tamper the place. I needed to have, I guess, security of the place so that they're watching that nobody's taking anything from there. So my only concern is I just hope nothing was tampered, because if anything at all was tampered, they won't really find the actual results that we're looking for, and they'll give us information. Yeah, zimena bezano jifajodi zintuzina banali bezmene mina would have also been useful. So my only concern is like we're glad that there's an independent body coming to investigate this, because we really need to understand what happened, because there's still questions every day, like why just that particular plane didn't land on that particular day out of all the planes flying out and every day, but accidents do happen, yes. Yeah. But if anything was tampered during that whole time, Kupeza crash you and everything, that is my only concern, Gudi. I just hope nothing was tampered, Gudi. Tipezedi my results in. And if so in Kaniso in Gudi, ngati my results are Gudi not favorable, or there can be more questions to the results. Mm-hmm. What's going to happen? Are they really going to tell us the truth, like the whole truth, to say?
Before you proceed, what is a favorable response?
Okay.
What is going to be favorable? Because this is an investigation.
No, maybe it can be technical issues. Everything can just be, it was all technical stuff due to this caused this, the weather, whatever it may be, right?
Truth depends on where you're standing.
That's what I'm saying, it can be technical faults, because when that happened, there are two things involved. It's either technical or something really caused the accident. Yeah? Just like Banseu, drive or lezela. Likely to cause an accident than Muntwanomu. So who's going to be blamed? Muntwa lezela, why are you driving while you're drunk? So you're at fault. So that's my issue. If there's technical fault, that's different. But if there's something that really caused that, that's already, and it's also a thing with adwazadi jilonga machina jili Tonse in case she kaji into yogudan to fetito we anazo gudi Jagudiru, for example, black box munalibe dimene abangis. So in case something like that, I thought was that julunga mogudi shimena jodi munalibe kapena kala.
So you see this. I was going through the commentary on Facebook, and I tell you, like, when I say Gudi, what exactly is a favorable response?
Yeah, it's
going to be so difficult for the average Malawian to understand the results of this investigation.
That's all I want as well.
Yeah, I mean, we all.
What you are driving is that after accident, people had their judgments.
Exactly.
So it will be hard for the actual results to
make sense.
Clash the prejudgments that people had.
No, that's true. That's actually true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Kuti. Yeah. The truth about the results depends on where you're standing.
Yeah.
Okay. If you already have like prejudgment,
conclusions, your theories.
Then we know it was a technical problem.
Yes.
If you already have it in mind, I think technically maybe if weather maybe when it comes to be like I sensed, I think
I guess so.
You know, so it I guess it depends.
Now.
I
know. I was actually trying. Hey, hence you want this. Anyway, okay. Inendwana kuti obanga ndege anabanga ndege sicha zingapo zina zikana uluka be maiko swena, right? Zina so zikana kumala kuno. Kumala isuru ndi imodzi ya. Of which amabanga so marive swena ndege. So I think izizi matandizira kuti on their production side abange so fixes zina ngati inali technical waziziwa, of which I don't think they would trade kabana they would allow to be kind of bribe and whatever kuti azipisire dzina kuti vuto nali ndege wayo ndege nali popo. So pamene popo pamene pakupereka no chance yonena kuti ngati black box kulengera ndi mena anthu organize kuti na so we obanga ndege anapanga ndiwo and malo aja ndi ang'ono kulengera zithuzi zomwe ninaona pamene anayika zima don't cross whatever zima janjani malo aja ndi ang'ono kuti black box ifunike bezeke within that. sipamadzi sipachani pali ma black box ena kuti anapeza malo ovuta waziziwa pamene pajapa black box ifunika ipezeke and opanga ndege atabwera nkupeza kuti black box palibe ndeti zakhalanso mmalipoti so we are just waiting on them kuti atifotokozere kuti what really happened. I hope zimene apezazo ndizokwanira kuti afotokoze kuti ndege inagwefa yani.
For me, I just want fair results and honest results. Like men on
I'm hoping that will be fair. Komano the problem with that because opangidwa affect ndi zimene amanena Ngugi kuti
tampering.
After that accident mukatengapo matupi. Is there any report kuti pamakhala police mpaka tsiku la lero? Because it has been a month. In that month
there was somebody guarding that place day and night.
Kamena matha kungopita poso basi kwangoona apo mmene zakhalira ndeti uyu watolako akakoza khasu ndizida zangu za ndege yes you understand
atopangira mapoto
anthu akutengako ichi akakhomera ichi
malata zimene zichale uche meto I don't know
I get it
because zafika anthuwa kuno Malawi anabwera liti they have been here for how long a week 3 weeks
yeah
2
weeks.
Anabwera mwina
not even after because tinaika maliro they still weren't here.
Yeah.
Anadzabwera after.
So maliro anaikidwa after 1 week. So it means maybe
pamalopo into zimenda bwanje.
Pamenepo.
Yeah, I believe I'm not saying this based on kuti mwina ndili ndi malipoti komano ndikukhulupirira that the MDF maybe our security protocols and all that were wise enough, okay, to be sending people because
I hope they were.
Yeah, I believe that because that's a normal thing.
Anatumiza santu moje do banga gadi tiga antu banga gadi papa banga investigation.
That's a normal thing to do kuti they know kuti pakachitika ngozi tima inatike chani poti ndi ku Malawi sitinganenetu koma tikamona mafilimu mujati madziwa yeah no I'm saying kuti from what we know and what is normal kuti tikamona mafilimu
make that yellow tape
amaika yellow tape chanchani ndekuti it means the place is guarded and all that
avale ma gloves so that
gloves every time you want to access that place kandi nyumba yoti china chake you have to have letters okupanga approve to have access to all that. So I am believing kuti zinachitika sindofuna kuti ndiakayikire the systems.
Okay,
I'm just trusting
the way you are believing.
Yeah,
I'm not believing.
Why are you not believing?
Anakanika kugada anakanika
kuipeza plane.
No, not kuipeza ndi kwina komano anakanika kuspend the whole night on the scene. And
Anadigira mama
probably a president anatsutsa I know that koma times anaindi ndolankhani wawo which is confirmed amenane pamalopo ndipo everyone left anamalizira ndarolankhani kuchoka pamalopo so do you think mawa lake anabwera noti musagone pa aitapezeka mucha literally panatsala anthu nkugona pene pacha mawa lake ndikugona so pompo linalonso nkugona pompo mpaka mali wacha ndikuika
mapatsana ma shift
ndio mapatsana ma shift are you sure
we just hoping they did that
if I remember clearly there were people that were like, oh no, when the accident happened we saw and we ran there. There were people that we come back to issue ya tampering of the place. How sure are we? From
I'm trusting this.
But anyway, a month has gone. Let's not start digging the wounds.
No, we are not digging the wounds.
That we're already trying to heal. So we're just hoping. Adbasa is into Marizatso and Elela, and they're honest with us. That's what we're hoping. And maybe we can bury the hatchet. I know it's still going to be painful in our lives, for the lives of Malawians and all of us. But at least we should know the truth of what really happened.
But
maybe that can give us peace, you know? But moving on. I think for so long, Henny, we have talked about immigration.
Yeah.
From immigration not printing passports to immigration, kuduza mazim. Siana of why we're not printing passports.
Yeah.
To starting to print passports. Into immigration. But recently we just saw a report. I'm just gonna read it out. The Anti-Corruption Bureau has arrested 8 immigration officers and 2 civilians over alleged corrupt practices in relation to issuance of passports at the Lilongwe office at the Department of Immigration and Citizenship Services. So first of all, this report I think yapangidwa chapompano adangonena kuti ayambaso kuprinta ma passport. So my issue is, we all know corruption in Malawi is still gonna be there, and it's happening. And they're telling us right now, Kuti abanga arrest and to my officers have immigration over corrupt practices and stuff like that. And I still think this has been going on for such a long time. And abanga report, maybe because it's too hot. The immigration, they're still on the hot seat because ziwavuda kuda endetse zinthu. Ndao na kuda mwina soti kabanga report kuti tipange investigation ya anthu kodi amene sakuyendesa zinthu bwino ndi ati kuti nawonso akhale ngati akugwira ntchito akuthandiza kuti amalawi nonse mulandire mapassport manu mwa fair and order. To be honest, on the ground, most people have gotten their passports. This is my own opinion. I know this. Most people have gotten my passport out more zemba momwemo. Ndimene so zinthu timachitira ku Malawi muno. If you have an extra money, you go pay for you to get a fast service. That's what we do. But anyway, say something. What do you think? What do you think, Kuti? Is this angobanga report Kuti?
Kapena hen nasana me pa nibe kuti kodi. Brinta ngati patsiku.
Passport?
They say abanga 900 to 1,000.
Pasiku?
Yes. 900 to 1,000?
Ndebweza ntose aja sakuyima jonchija daily. There are a lot of people standing there every single day. So if they print those amounts,
it's simply because amene amaprintido awo ndochepa amene amapita kwa anthu amene apezeka. Ali pamene popo.
Ena amakhala ongoti zatengeni.
Ena amakhala akatenga nthawi ina.
Zatengeni ready passport ija.
You see? Ena amakhala akatenga nthawi ina. That's why you see good every day kuli anthu koma kuti patsiku, because if you were to be honest, if you're printing out 1,000 for the people that are there, I think at the end of the week pakwena be pakhale kusintha kwina kwake. You get it right?
Pakutha mwezi afunika ziprinta 20,000. Endi anthu amene apulintiraje, remember kuti passport imakhala 10 years.
Yeah.
You understand? Safunika kubwera for the 10 years. Aziziwa?
Unless lost, stolen.
Ikabwerano pachaka, that's a month, that's 20,000. And then times 12, that's 240,000. 240,000 pachaka. Taimusi, zaka 10. That's 2.4 million. 2.4 million. Kuti iwe uzapeze kuti ufunika upiteso ku immigration.
Okay. The bottom line is kunena kuti nkhani imene chifukwa chimene tukamba nkhani ndiyo anthu atayamangidwa amene koko chifukwa chonena
ngati kuti zinthuzi nkoyamba kuchitika ngati awawa ndoyamba kupesedwa at this fort.
Anthu amangidwa akuti passport ya 50,000 amauza anthu raonjeze 200,000. Okay, this is we've been talking about this kuti ma service ambomamu sali pa mtengo mene boma limaziwira kuti ali pamene popo. We always pay even 4 times, 5 times more to get the same services. Kwina kuli konse. And in zinthu izizi, it's a system. Yonena kuti ndi makatelo amma office. You go to immigration, you go to road traffic, you go to trade, like everywhere. It's a cartel yonena kuti. If you are to go kuti chifukwa chake anthu amene amapita ndi 50,000 kuti akatenga passport ndi anthu amene amakhala daily kupita akuyendera manager 2 weeks and get frustrated ndikusiya kumapitako months ndikukhala frustrated ndikusiya kumapitako because why akupita ndi chani ndi ndalama yoyenerera komano pa chilungamo chake mtengo umenewo si mtengo umene license kapena passport kapena kama license aku trade amatulukira. So it's something that has been taken to be normal in the society, in the way we access our services in the public offices. So zatisangalasa inde komano zikuyenera zichitika pena pali ponse mbomamu ainstigate manena kuti even kuchipatala komwe kuti kaya utani umayenera be umuone wina wake ukamampasa buku la kuchipatala ndiye kuti kusediku uikeko ka 5,000 kuti mwina akuthamangisire and all that, and it has become something that is normal. People who text my group guys ali ndi mbalo wake ku immigration ndani mafuna passport ya changu ndi 600,000. You know, so it means that even the citizens have accepted that to be normal. So it's something that ngati feo inaka minute mafuna ma service tachivomereza okhala cha normal. It's easy for okwira ntchito chifukwa to them it's an opportunity. Kuti no kamangobwera kuti big
No, that's actually a good point. I feel like also we are also at fault because we have normalized this thing to be okay. Kuti ine kuti ndikufuna passport mawa. Ndikufuna mawa. Ndine nabe kuti amenali ndifufuza amene kamena kutwa wina wake oti dandithandize. So we have also normalized this thing. So we cannot also really just
I don't think we had a choice.
Okay.
Chifoti zinthu zozinala kuika kale mpaka naso tangofika poti tukumavomeleza cho.
Ayi pali kupanga normalize ndiku I don't know how to
ngochita kuti poti tapanika.
Kuvomereza ndikuzolowera. Yes, kuvomereza ndikuzolowera I think inosiyana pamwe.
Okay.
Pafasesa.
Yeah.
Muntu utakhala anthu okay atena kana kuti utakhala mwino lopaminga. The moment you sit on that umakhala kuti you are uncomfortable. Koma trust me sungakhalepo 3 days usanagone. Pasi ya kupweteka wavesesa it's not about kuti we ukufuna kuti zinthu zobe ukanalobayika ukanalofinyika koma nomafika po zolowera ulukuti
okay mwina kuti titavomeleza
kuzolowera iweyo khala kuti mwayi uli nawo utakuchokapo wavesesa kwazo kuti ma options ose alipo kuti yanomo imatheka within within 10 days ukumbuka atapanga kachiwiri kati ya 50,000 ifunika within 10 days koma even if utakhala kuti wewe wapanga wakwanisa kulowa mkalimo ka unapita ko 3 weeks ukumayendera daily koma not in 10 days trust me situluka
so ndamva zonse zimene mwanena ACB ndi imene yamanga anthu eti
olakwika
according
to me
okay
anthu amene amangidwawo ndofira ngandola kuika it won't do anything trust me
that's why it's a smoking gun but it's just for damage control it's okay anthu ena akakudandaula ndakutipasa pressure tipange china chake you telling me kuti olo munthu wa ACB uja sanatengeko passport ya corruption kumene kuja
also, especially these people, influential people, these people in big positions, they're the ones that do
they make calls.
They are the best ones. Because a layman, and didn't ramage begela, Sangajlo Bangadala offer 200,000 to get a passport. Adigilira 20 days. You would rather start Majangu, 20 days, Jagamogwane, Kaledi, before Aliben Drama Zambili. But many of these big people,
among my phone,
Basi,
one of them Funika go school next.
Or in a
Tango you're telling me those people unfortunately and I still think I mean a lot of mangidwa baba in the next 10 years then asadza mangidwa bosa kadzafuna kuti akhale so serious nkubanga because this thing is not going to die down
okay yeah so zimene ndifuna kuzicha hierarchy ya ku immigration imeenda banje we have the director Germany ana retired anyway anabweretsaso panchito kuli passport officer I think ndamene abanga approve passport yoti bagido print
passport officer
ninchana se wapesesa zimene ndikuwuza kuti amanga anthu olakwika kosa amanga anthu othamangisa koma in the end anthu amene ajasanga print passport opanda passport officer
mina passport officer samalandira so
it's a cartel
yes okay zimene fotokoza kuti asa ina bwanji ujeni form yotena kuti imakani ma date kwa manga fill up form ija umanena kuti lero lipa pa 12 July mwakuti akusainira bwanji kuti printedwe the same day
when you go ku
liru ya emergency but there's palima ordinary
when you go to load traffic kuti ndofuna nditenge license zomwe zachinyengozi ndamayo sutu makapereka lumu ina iliyonse because there are other people that you don't see there okay but they work on your document okay it means unena kuti mukumana ndi munthu panja paja akuuza nzoti passport I mean license 400,000 okay it means you are giving that person the whole money 400,000 kwa chaita
ikamwazikana nkati
iyeyo ndamene amadziwa zoti panopa mukwenda mpite kumaso ndoti pamaso paja pali nzere amangolowa iye uja ndikutsegula muli bwino atabwera iwe basi upita kumaso anthu ena ake ndoti akudikira panja paja ndoti waenda panopa upite window number chakuti wanimvese ndekuti iyeyo wadusa kale nkati wakapereka ndrama ya pamene ndekuti mawa ubuke mayeso ndeti ukamakalowa m'mayeso muja ukuziwa zoti I'm already sorted out chifukwa choti amene just alandira chani alandira ndrama yawo so you can see kuti at every stage it's corruption throughout
ndeno tikamanga nyamata amene amapezeka panjayo mwathesa corruption
ayi sinathe
komanso
mwachepetsa
mwina tinene kuti Mwina tinene kuti.
Kuchepetsa simuna chepetse.
Kodi zimene zachitika tu ku immigration it's literally nyerere. You're gonna step on it. It goes. We move on. People are still going to be paying money.
Mabwana ajasamadziwa.
Ine also ndofuna passport chapo mpano. Modi ndungona ngani system yake benditi.
Hey, Nelly, what are we supposed to do? What is the role of ACB? What is the role of us as citizens?
No, I just feel like
what are our roles?
Do you know who best can handle this goodies into Minas Gerais? And to me now get chido mu ma entities are on sale. Because if you walembeda uri mabanga passport, just do your job right.
But you think you're gonna you're not gonna want some money somewhere there.
Come on, okay, greediness is so imabwera chifukwa chokudi anthu ambiri akuvutika afuna extra money. The need for an extra money, it's what is making all these things.
That's a complaint.
Koma chikazoti anthu so ndi comfortable pay. Tidakagwira benchiro moyenerera kuti basi tingogwira tipange. Munaona ma journalist amanyinyirika kulemba story ngati sana perekedwe ka ujeni kaja. Ndama yao imakhayo chebakale. Amadalira itiyo ya daily
shots fired.
I don't know which journalist.
No, but like amadalira yomwe ya daily uku nkhani tima 10 pini ma 20 pini machani nditimene
ukandikire nyimbo yanga ngati su pereka ina ya
my musician nanji ma upcoming amakhala kwa basa ma host wa machani kuti yase ine ndi ndi new release tango ndikira nthawi kuti pa hot time
ndikona ina yake koma
I don't mina Ngugi. I think if you had a proper system, maybe tikapita muchipiko mucho kungotenga ka ndiyo kupita pa tiu kupanga. I think we don't have corruption.
That's true.
If you had a proper system where
automated system,
maybe, but we are in 2024, we have the proper machinery that are suitable for 2024, and we are doing it right. Muntu kungopita 20 days process ya take
I'll fill in the form on my laptop ndilo wapa website ya immigration yarani yapita
ukafuna jambulitsa umangopita lowa kachipinda kako zijambula
kena kuchipanga upload bas kena konde kuti ukuchita kuiona passport yako ije kuyenda ma stage
kodi zakwa mfumu zija zidakapita benena panga passport kale so
even that you can go kwa mfumu ndikulembera kalata ndikuipanga scan ndikukhala pena pake poto mapanga attach kalata ya kwa mfumu the forms has to be automated ziyatinkanena achane amabanki ankaitana anthu kuti KYC chanchani anthu ndikumakazazana kubanki kuti like we can't be doing that in 2024 we can't be doing all this paperwork stuff in 20. We are giving room for corruption because you are seeing someone, because in the system whereby someone has to just to log in. Immigration iko angono toke mbali anga ndio kuti ndingopanga check dzina ndingopanga check chanchani kena kuti banga approve. You not seeing them. Ndio ngota ubanga okay approved e-signature bas chapita kwina kwake you not seeing them kena ko email ibwera. Okay, ka message ibwera passport yanu ilirede kabena passport yanu ili level yakuti. If we automate these kind of systems, I'm telling you we can run away from such things to happen.
Amwene kumalawi kumakumana ndo immigration mpaka kugwa nchikondi choka sana ndalama kugwa nchikondi ufusirana ukwatizana na ukatenga basi
license ikamata anthu agonedwa.
Come on.
However, it is still my hope and prayer that one day we're gonna get there.
It's either you pay with cash or you pay with
in kind.
I'm done.
We're still hoping one day we're gonna get there.
Hope.
Hopeless Ngugi.
I still hope for a better Malawi. One day is one day. One day is one day. I still hope for a better Malawi. But until then, Komaso, ndinaona, I think recently. Anyway, tagambilana kwambili, let's wrap it up. But talking about the same story, ndinaona recently in the news, Gudi, President Malawi, we are slow. So I wanted to apply this to say, Gudi, tikamapanga zinthu ziso timaona, let's just say immigration let's good example me because immigration I don't know how it works now komano low traffic uja timatoka haba line timaona anthu enake madobadoba inake wanthu akomwe amene amendesa zinthu ayoli mwina oli pamene popo kuthandizira amangobwera kwauzira kena kwa anthu aja timalole utangokhala jera. I think that's where the problem is. If also zinthu zingazimene zikamachitika in our face, let's say no. So why is this person being assisted now? Or mutina ke kuti anthu mudika ku line kena koina kangombwelesa awakhale aba. Zimene just and Malawi, I think like I said, slowness. Timapanga react mina mojedo, mina tasindikaso mojedo kuti uyu tamangomulo wetsatu apa. Sizoti there's anything important. So zinthu ngazimene zikamaziona, let's also learn to act, because if all of us can gang up, wina akatangobwelesa munthu kuti akhale pasogolo, they're not going to continue. They're literally going to not continue. So let's learn to speak out. Especially if it's happening in our face. It's hard. We're going to talk and talk. Nothing's going to be done. But if it's happening in your face, let's make an action then. Maybe slowly, we're going to put an end to this.
That means we all have a role to play.
That's true.
We all, and wamena kugwira ntchito wali nimbali yawo yota khoza uchita, ifeso ti nimbali yathu imene tikhoza uchita. So it's something that we all has to contribute to bring to an
Say no to corruption.
Kuti hope. Amachita kulemba ku road traffic ujati mwafika kumalo opanda katangale.
Iwe also umalenga zimene zija naso nkumakapanga sukatangale.
Doba mpaka utsegula driving school.
It's a shame. But anyway, that is all we had for you guys today on a meeting. I'm sure we brainstormed a few stuff. We're able to give our own opinions. I always emphasize this. These are our own opinions. You people always come for us. These are our own opinions. You guys are also entitled to your own opinion. So keep your opinion to yourself. At least some of us, we say our opinion right here on Podcast Malawi.
They can come and say their opinion.
You can comment your opinions.
But it's like.
Oh, before that. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Miss Mbumba. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah. So Miss Mbumba is joining Podcast Malawi team. She's going to be the new host for Emergency Meeting. You're wondering why. Because
your girl.
Because I'm not going to be available anymore. Unfortunately, I have other personal endeavors that I need to take care of.
Ngugi is going international.
Yes, I'm going international like my name. So because of that, Mbumba is taking over. However, here and there, I've been to my guest in case I'm very important. But anyway, so that is that.
You want me to say something?
Yes.
I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah, I was about to say that you're gonna miss me.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you. Like sometimes, like ndimabwera nthawi inake ndamphera mtima ifama kauri. Like we agree at 10 o'clock. Bas ndekuti azitumiza 10 past. I'm running late. Okay. Ndemudikira kena ku 11.
No.
Nanga muntu muli international. Karu wangu tsiwo mene ndikumepo.
Amakanda mphera mtima. And then masakangolo hapo should be like bragging.
Only one day this happened. 1 hour late, maybe. That was only one day.
But she's such a bubbly personality.
Yeah, she is. So when she shows up, like she's in a new design.
Fashionably late.
Ijeni na kuri sungatani sunga kwiye. You know, like so I've been mad like this whole time waiting for you, and then you're coming here in that new design, and just I'll be there smiling. And
oh, you look good, Ngugi. Show me some love.
That's what it is.
So I'm gonna miss you.
I know.
Like, this is.
I mean, Podcast Malawi has been a big family.
It was
to me.
really nice.
Yeah.
It was really good having you around.
I'm gonna miss you guys.
Leon,
my lovely chocolate man.
On camera, right?
I'm gonna miss you too much.
Officially.
Yeah, so
Leon impathe ni microphone atenge.
Yeah, so we're gonna miss you. Yeah. Like
where's the champagne? Where is the maybe we're gonna
let me finish speaking. This is coming from deep down my heart. From my heart to you. Yeah, so took so like
yeah.
Tiksowa, the team will miss you, but personally, I'm gonna miss you because I mean, you were close to me than any other person.
I
Okay,
know.
you were like because we were buddies, we were on the same show. Mwina ngati makumana ndaji na Leone kwina kwake aina Brandon kwina kwake, but most of the times it was you and me here on Sundays and all that, doing this show and all that. I'm gonna miss you. The time that we've been together,
I miss you too.
I've learned a lot from you. It was a good time. I've learned a lot from you. I was the first time we came in here, I was like, how am I gonna do this? And then you made it easy for me. You know, it was a moment whereby I had to adjust on some other things that I used to love, but then I was like, no, I have to be this way in order to, like, you know, the end of the month. So it was so wonderful to have you in my life as my. I will miss you.
I miss you too. You're gonna do great.
I'm wishing you all the best. I will be waiting for an NI design.
Definitely.
Outfit.
It's my promise to you all. Everybody needs to wear NI designs.
Okay.
And especially the way it's going right now.
Yeah.
You just need to be part of the family.
Yeah. We should not be left behind.
Nobody should be left behind.
And I'm so happy.
Oh yeah, and let's welcome Boomba. Kachuchu kenagosu.
So my guy
Nimaseka faja kuti he's disappointed and happy.
I have like mixed feelings.
Imagine. But anyway, he's in the right hands. So he will do just fine.
I'm safe.
Welcome,
so
Boomba.
much.
These are your people.
Yeah, we are your people.
No, thank you so much for welcoming me, and I also wish you the very best.
Yeah,
thank you.
Wherever you're going, and
go fly high.
I don't know if I'll also be included in the outfits.
Of course.
Yeah.
I've made a promise. Everybody needs something. NI designs. How are you gonna remember me?
Yeah, we have to. You have to.
Yeah, but no, all the best
Yeah.
with all your other endeavors, and we'll be reaching out. I think.
Of course, I'm around.
We need to be hopeful.
But we need to be hopeful.
I'm still around, you know. You can keep up with Ngugi still on social media.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, goodbye guys. Keep it.
Peace.